Hello, welcome back to the HCCTV Student Lounge. This is a show done by HCC students for HCC students to give your opinions in news, entertainment, and what's going on in our school. Hi Carolina, how are you?
Hi, Kaya. We're also joined today by Benjamin, Josh, Andres, Diego, and Eric. And we will also be joined by our guest, Donna Stedman, who is here to talk about the Horse and Human Sanctuary. But first, let's move into our top 3 news of the week. So as the semester started, we are having some updates of the spring courses. And the latest update is that the online on schedule and online anytime courses, they will continue to be delivered online as planned with no changes. But the Flex Campus courses, as previously announced, will be delivered remotely from January 19 until the spring break. And these decisions about post-spring break on-campus plans for Flex Campus courses will be shared by February 22. So please check your emails for any updates. And also the lab-based courses for select courses changed from on-campus to online delivery from January 19 until the spring break. So like I told you, please check your emails if you have any changes. And HCC will continue to provide virtual and limited on-campus access to student and instructional support services. But they have changed the schedule, so we are also encouraging you to visit the virtual lobby page for some updates on that. Kayo, how was your start date, your classes?
I'm taking online class. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't checked yet everything. I did see the syllabus, but I know there's like some assignments already going. I was like, oh my God, hold up. But I'm definitely gonna catch up this weekend. I'm still kind of in the holiday mood, you know?
I know. And there are still safety protocols, even though we're going online. They will continue to be enforced for everyone who accesses the HCC location in the spring. And this includes the completion of the pre-screening process, which I have done before. And it's pretty cool. You have a QR code on your phone and you just show it when you get on campus. And of course, you will be wearing your face mask and social distancing at all times. Now, students will be able to schedule person appointments with the Financial Aid Office until February 12th. And this is beginning February 16th. The Financial Aid Office will be switching to 100% virtual appointments. So you can check the link that we're going to offer here and check the updates because it's really good to have someone in front of you to assess you with all these questions. Personally, I don't like calling them the whole time, and it's always like this extension and this extension doesn't work. So if you can go until you can. If not, you will have to call them through the virtual lobby. Now, Kayo, did you know that heart disease is the #1 cause of death of women, and signs of heart disease are different on women and men?
Yeah, I heard that before, and I was kind of pretty impressive. I could not imagine because I know that usually heart attacks happen with men, but it's interesting that a lot of women suffer with that too.
Yeah, well, here at HCC on the first Friday of February each year, the American Heart Association sponsors the National Go Red for Women Day to recognize heart health for women. And this year it will be virtual, so we're encouraging you to do a virtual walk on February the 5th. And please sign up because the first 200 participants who sign up will receive a commemorative and the Beat Goes On shirt delivered to your house. So I hope you wear your red t-shirt on the 5th, right, Kyle?
Of course I will. Actually, red is my favorite color, so this is not going to be hard at all.
I will be wearing my t-shirt too, so let's see who gets that t-shirt. Now, let's begin our first topic, which makes way to a great discussion. We all need a sanctuary, but therapy for both animals and humans, that's curious to me. When I used to work at a call center, there was one day when we were all stressing out, and our supervisors brought a bunch of dogs to have a break and relieve all the stress. And it was amazing because of course it's good for dogs to interact and all of that, and it's also good to us to relieve the stress, and the puppies are so cute. So I don't know how you feel about this, Kyle.
Yeah, I really like this idea. I love dogs and animals in general. I actually want to talk about two things. First, I actually got a chance to volunteer in a place called Sire, and they do horse therapy with kids that has special needs. And it was really, really good for me, to be volunteering in a place like this, and also for the kids. They used to ride horses, and you could see how their interactions improved with the time. So it was really good experience. The second thing too, that I was actually talking to my friend, and she used to race, like not race horses, but she used to go to this place where they had like race horses, and she was telling me that usually after some time, those horses they need to be retired. And since they've been racing all life and they really, really under a lot of stress, it's really hard for them to live with people after that. So they usually need to go to a place, and sometimes they usually donate those horses. They don't even like want to sell it because they kind of serve their purpose, which is kind of messed up, but that's the reality. So those places, I think I'm not sure if the person that we're going to interview today, Donna, if she has any cases like this, but I do know that sanctuaries, they usually take those horses and take care of them. So yeah, so that's those two things that I wanted to share. What about you, Eric? What would you like to share?
So I want to talk about how habitat loss plays a major factor in both domestic farm animals and wildlife in general. Um, a lot of animals are dying off and becoming endangered because of habitat loss. And my opinion is that parks and land management is the solution. There are many parks around right now. One of them is Yellowstone National Park, and there is a Kruger National Park in South Africa. But I've seen an area close to where I live called Elders Parkway, which has land, which is a good demonstration of how I think that good both wildlife can also roam around, whether it's buffalo or anything else, or livestock such as horses or cows or pigs. So I think that if we work together, we can have good land for both animals and domestic animals, whether it's a park or just land on a farm.
Yeah, the nature reserves, nature sanctuaries are very important for obvious reason. You have to have an ecosystem to survive. Without the bees, we all go extinct apparently, right? So yeah, I do want to support all sanctuaries, and the one close to my house is the Edith L. Moore Sanctuary, and that's pretty cool. It has got your turtles, you got rare birds, and they're all just kind of there's not in a cage or nothing. They're just kind of all allowed to just kind of roam around and stuff. And you do need that for you know to survive and stuff. So for sure.
I had a trip to the Pacific Ocean in Colombia, that place called Bahia Solano. I traveled there to make a documentary. Amazing because it was like a therapy for me because I saw a lot of animals, dolphins, turtles, whales. It was really amazing. We spent like 2 days in the ocean because we want to see all the whales. Like every year, the whales travel from Chile to Colombia to spend the winter season there. And when I remember when I saw the whales was amazing because they are very big in the ocean. I feel like a connection with the animals and a connection with God. It was a really special experience for me.
One place that I want to bring up to people's attention is the Wildlife Center of Texas. So sometimes, in our life, we do run into a scenario where we have an animal, a wildlife animal that's in trauma or stress or something, and you don't know what to do. So this center is actually a subsidiary of the Houston SPCA, and they're actually Houston's only trauma and wildlife rehabilitation center that treats all injured, sick, and orphan native Texas wildlife species. So it's kind of like message to like people: if you ever see an animal, give them a call. Because we kind of got to do our part too to leave these wonderful animals in this world, or in Texas specifically, because this is our home. And just imagine life without like these animals. You gotta put a part in there to help them live, and to for them to have a healthy life. So if you ever see an animal out there that's had some trauma or is hurt or anything, for definitely give them a call. Like they're a great place for them to take care of them, and then never say no to any animal. They never say, they don't never turn them away. That's what I mean.
That's absolutely right, Benjamin. That's a great way to be close to nature in any ways, animals, nature in general. It gives you so much of that connection that we're lacking because we are moving so fast in the city. And the beginning of everything, we used to be so connected to the nature. So every kind of connection to it is gonna make us feel a lot better. But let's hear from our guest, Kayo. Who do you have for today?
So today we have Donna Stedman, the Executive Director at Henry's Home Horse Sanctuary. And we are here to talk about horses and all those animals. It's good that we had a discussion before and now we wanted to hear from her. So how are you today?
I'm doing good. It's a beautiful, cool, but not too cold day today.
Oh, you have such a cute horse. What's the name? It's her or him?
Charlie.
Charlie?
Is a Dutch warm blood Hanoverian mix. He did dressage out in California in his past life and then moved to Austin to become a stadium jumper and retired to us. And we absolutely adore him. We've got about 30 horses out here and they all have different backgrounds. Some come from the racetrack, some come from the show field, and some come from terrible starvation cases or abuse cases. They all come from different situations. This is Mr. Tavi. Let's see if Mr. Tavi's going to see us. He was pretty abused by people, so he's still a little wary of people. But we've got about 21 acres out here, and we've got a whole bunch of different kinds of horses and minis and mini donkeys and all kinds of farm animals.
That's really exciting. So tell me a little bit about what programs you guys have in there.
Charlie likes to be the center of everything. We are we're all volunteers, and we're up in the Conroe area, and we are primarily an adult organization. We do some kids if they come with a parent, and it's on a case-by-case basis, depending on how well behaved they are, because we keep this place a sanctuary for humans as well as horses and animals, because we serve our local veterans and our first responders. And so if you're a fireman, a policeman, a veteran, a dispatcher, a paramedic, you can come and do all the horse time you want, work on the ranch with us, but also get free lessons in riding, trail riding, caring for the horses, training. That's kind of primarily who it is that we serve, as veterans and first responders.
This is awesome. And I have a question for you. So how does the contact between, the people and the animals can be helpful for them? Like what changed once they start on the program?
Yeah, that's a good question. Dogs look up at us and think that we're all God, right? And cats all think we're staff. And horses look you right in the eye and say, where are you in the pecking order? Are you somebody that I can walk right over? Do you have to get out of my way? Like Charlie's being a little aggressive here. He's thinking I'm pretty much probably lower than him in the pecking order. Or do I need to be respectful of you and get out of your way? And they are just especially remarkable animals to deal with anxiety and depression and loneliness and stuff, because they're absolutely brutally honest with you. They will tell you exactly what they think, and they will forgive you immediately. I've made so many mistakes with the horses over the years, and they just want to be right part of your life anyways. They don't care whether you can't talk well, don't think well. They don't make any judgments of any kind. They just want to be your friend. Or they just kind of want to walk away from you no matter what, because they don't want to be your friend. And you just don't take it personally. It's just their personalities. And when you have 30 horses in a big herd and they all get free rein to do whatever they want all the time, they have divorces and marriages and affairs and and flings, and they don't like each other sometimes, and then they're best friends the next day. They're just like a big family living under one roof. It's just so fun to see their personalities and help us to understand our own personalities and our own ability to communicate and form relationships and connections and stuff. We can learn all of that by way of these animals.
So you get that advantage of being in a reality show, watching everything close, right?
It really is. We always joke about the fact that if anybody, this is like having 34-year-olds around here. If there's any way at all that they're going to figure out how to get hurt, they're going to figure it out.
That's pretty interesting. So what I just want to ask you, when we talk about like their relationship, so you think that the personality of the horse as the person, they kind of need to match or somehow have something in common, right? In order for them to work well.
Yeah, absolutely. We have some people that come out here that are so shy and so full of anxiety of dealing with people, and the world is harsh, and it's a scary place to live in sometimes. But they come out here and they bond with one of these horses, and they become best friends. And the horse will follow them around and want to be with them all the time, and there's just something pretty special about having this being want to be your friend. This is a 1,500-pound animal that could kill you in a minute if it decided to. And it wants to be your friend, and it's really a cool thing.
It is, and sweet. Yeah. So I'm actually, I got excited when I spoke with you because that's something that I consider doing, like volunteering for a place like this. I think would be great for me and also for the animals and the people there, depending on this service. So tell me a little bit how a person can become a volunteer.
They just need to go to our website. It's Henry's Home Horse and Human Sanctuary, and our contact information is on there. We have a page on volunteering. We have a page on what happens if you're a veteran, and you can just contact us. We have 2 new volunteer orientations a week, on Wednesday mornings at 9 and on Saturday afternoons at 2. And you can come in, spend an hour, hour and a half with us, and get to see the horses, get to see the place, kind of get to see what we're doing. I've got a couple of them here munching away at their lunch. And, you just come out and get involved. Because we're an all volunteer organization, we're really not that place that is in your lane. You have to stay in your lane. You come and schedule a walk about, beside the horse for an hour a week or something like that. We have people that come out here and spend 5 days a week out here all day long. Some people that just come on the weekends because they work during the week or go to school full time. It's very flexible and it's very open to everybody coming out and getting involved. If you're young, like you guys probably mostly are, we're probably going to drag your butts in here to help us old people figure out how to do our IT stuff. How to fix our computer, how to figure out what to do with their phone, or something like that. Because most of us have our kids gone off to college or out into the world, and so we need young people around us to help us figure out how to deal with this world that we live in today.
There you go. See, guys, that's a great opportunity. We can record the reality show of the horses, see what's going on with them, and that's gonna be the new program for HCCTV.
It's not just the horse program we have here either. It's a vocational training program that we also have. So if you're interested in coming out and learning welding or carpentry or land management or plumbing or electrical or just about anything, we have veterans that come out here and work on projects all the time on our property, and they are happy to teach. They're happy to have you just come along as they mentor you, learning all about how to build a barn or how to build, a new plumbing system to the trailer or something. It's a lot of hands-on work out here.
It sounds great. It sounds really exciting. And again, I think that's a great opportunity to be, away from the city. And that's something that I miss a lot, because I used to live in Brazil. So I used to be all the time like at the beach or away from the crowded city and the crazy, and now it's kind of inverse because now we stay too much at home. So I think it's the perfect spot to be away and just, especially dealing with animals. I think that again helps a lot.
It is. And we're only about 5 minutes off of 45 when you're going north of the Woodlands. And so it's pretty easy drive. It's about a half-hour drive from Houston, probably depending on which campus you're at. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere where we're all surrounded by woods, 21 acres. And, it's a real place of peace. It's a real place for people to come. We call ourselves a horse sanctuary, but that's really the base of what we do. Primarily what we do is we're a human sanctuary because the animals out here are the best therapists and teachers in the world.
Wow, yeah, that's I'm not even joking. I'm really interested, and you can hear from me. I'm definitely gonna apply, and I hope to meet you in person.
Well, you will.
Well, thank you very much for being here. I really enjoyed talking to you, and especially because you got to show all the animals. The horse. The horse is the first time that we have like a live animal with us. That's pretty cool,
We have goats and pigs and dogs and cats, and we have a whole bunch of animals that hang out here and call this place their home.
Perfect. Thank you very much for being here. Now we're gonna move on to the next topic. What's going on, Carolina?
It's so beautiful what they do. I'm gonna go there, believe me. You and I, Kyle, we're gonna meet her and we're gonna go and meet the horses and all the other animals. Thank you, Donna, for your time. Now let's move into our entertainment section. Guys, what shows are out that you want to talk to us about?
Well, I want to bring up a movie called Animal Farm, a very complicated political drama, if you want to say. It's kind of the reverse negative of Babe. Farm animals that are very intelligent try to revolt or turn on their owners. And then when they do that, they work together, which is a big deal, but then they start plotting toward each other. So they establish these rules and who's in charge, and they turn on each other. It's a very complex thing, and it was considered pretty dark by some of the critics, but to me it was pretty interesting and kind of got me interested in political dramas. So that's kind of my movie I recommend again. It's called Animal Farm. It came out in '99. Good movie.
I'd recommend the movie Okja. It is, it's based off a fictional animal, but it's also a mammal. And like you said, Eric, mammals are intelligent, and it just kind of shines a light on we favor some animals, but we don't favor others, and how it all kind of affects each other. It was really good acting, very good message, and I'd highly recommend it.
I want to go ahead and recommend the movie Benji. Not because my name is Benji, but because it's a wonderful story. They actually just rebooted the story of Benji because these were films that came out. Can't remember the year, but back in the day, about this dog Benji and his his little adventures that he had. But right now, Netflix in 2018 they rebooted one of the films. And it's a story basically about how there's just a stray dog and some kids they kind of fell in love with the dog and are trying to convince their mom to like bring him in at home, but mom was saying no. And at one point in the movie the kids were in the wrong place at the wrong time, and so the kids got technically they got kidnapped, and so Benji saw everything, so he was trying to help out with the kids, and he actually it's a wonderful story. It made me cry. So definitely check out Benji. I don't want to give too much away. That's why don't want to spoil the details, but go ahead and watch Benji on Netflix.
All right, enough about your real animals. We're talking about real animals. We're talking about the Madagascar film franchise, baby. We got Chris Rock, Sacha Baron Cohen, David Schwimmer, Ben Stiller, Jada Pinkett Smith, Cedric the Entertainer, Andy Richter. We got a star-studded cast all voicing zoo animals from the New York Zoo who somehow get transported to the magical world of Madagascar, that island off the coast of Africa. Now, it was just one movie, but eventually became a whole franchise. There's Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa. There's Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. There's Madagascar spin-off, The Penguins of Madagascar. There's the Penguins of Madagascar in A Christmas Caper, the holiday special that was on Nickelodeon. There was the Penguins of Madagascar TV show. It's a whole film franchise about animals. It's animated, so it's better than all this real stuff. There's no fake animals. There's no dogs. There's no cats. No one cares about those. I want lions and tigers and hippos and giraffes. A giraffe who's on medication, if you like that kind of stuff. Great film franchise. #1 animated movie of all time.
Yeah, Dash, I love that movie. And it's funny because I watch in Portuguese, and now once I moved here, I actually watch in English, and it's totally different experience. Really cool movie. Well, guys, that's it for today. It's the time to say goodbye, and as always, stick to the end because we have the funny video or the meme of the week. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you next week.
Also, don't forget to send us your opinion. Also, send us topics that you would like to discuss. It was a lovely show. I love the horses and everything. Thank you so much to our guest. And we'll see you next time on the Student Lounge.